So we often talk a lot about the state goals and what the state goals mean to local economic development. Uh, Again, this is a screenshot of our offshore wind dashboard where we detail every state and the goals. And that's a great place to start because you can look at what the enabling legislation is, what the intent of the legislation is to create local jobs, and also what announcements have been made by the state in order to support the development of a local supply chain. This is another screenshot. I sort of want to talk to you about how I would use this information. This is a screenshot of the project timelines. So, looking at where the project is, I basically told you we're all in the siting and permitting stage, but as projects progress, you're going to want to know where they are, have they reached their financial close, what's their operation state. Then I would take this information and I would refer back to your manual for our business opportunity timeline. And then I would game it essentially as to, when and where it is time for you to enter into the industry and when you can, reasonably expect to get work and to actually be either manufacturing or servicing an offshore wind project. Then I would look at the project details from the dashboard, and specifically, who has received a contract. And I would look at this for two reasons. One, you might want to look at projects that have been completed, because if you're looking at a project that potentially is new on the drawing board, so to say, you might want to see who provided services to previous projects so that you might want to partner with them to gain experience, or you might want to know who your competitor is. The other thing is you would also want to use this, I think more importantly, to see what hasn't been awarded. So what are those opportunities that are still out there for you to see where you can potentially work with the supplier? So we are, this is a tool that we created so that it would become more transparent about where the opportunities lie. And again, I would look beyond your state borders to regional work. We've got a great story between two of our members. One that's in Rhode Island and one that's in Maryland. I may have said this already, but they created a partnership where if one of them gets a contract and there's too much work for them to do, which we often see in the offshore wind industry, it's called co-opetition. They might compete at one point, but at other point they're they're cooperators. If one of them gets too much work, then they will sub out the work to that Rhode Island company or vice versa in Maryland. So those are great ways to think about working with one another in this industry, and a great tool for you to use to help you enter into the supply chain.